Right, okay, evening everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're at Imola for this evening in the Season 2 of the iRacing Le Mans series. About to go into a race session to get some much needed points. And before we go into the session itself, which starts in the next 5 or so minutes, I'm going to do some quick fast laps on qualifying fuel, just to see what this car can do.
As we're starting to get close to our pit stop, start thinking about your entry to pit road. We think we might be losing a little bit there.
So I'm going to do a few flying laps just before we go into the official qualifying session, and fingers crossed it will go so well to the point where we could get a pole position this evening. But competition's not going to be easy. Imola isn't my favourite circuit by far. It's very bumpy, uneven, and unforgiving, to say the least. This is the worst part of the circuit. It's rewarding if you get it right. Most of the time though, it screws up. Got 29 cars registered so far. Now the reason we need so many points this week is because last week at Interlagos we took the completely wrong setup to the race, and we struggled to get some decent points, and when we finally fixed our setup for the next round there was only 2 LMP2s in the final race that I could do. So we really need some good points here to keep our podium position alive for this season.
1 minute 49.875.
Bit twitchy there on the exit.
Right, let's go ahead and bring her on to pit this time. On the left, on the left.
Oh, that Ferrari sliding everywhere.
Clear him.
Had to go over the curbing quite aggressively just to avoid him. Practice pit stop. Okay, that was speeding in pit lane, so at least I know for this time. Never actually used the Imola pit straight. So now I know it's super early. That helps. Nearly time to go into the official session though. And the quickest guy so far is Quintin Spano with a 135 dead. In some practice sessions we were hitting the 34s, high 34s. But I'm guessing that that isn't the case this evening for this track. So looks like we're going to have quite a few guys in the actual session. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 LMP2 cars have come into this session. So fingers crossed we'll have a strong LMP2 field here this evening. If not, we can do the next race, which is at 8 o'clock, and then from then on as well, if needed, of course. But just waiting for the session to officially start, and then we'll be underway. I have increased my microphone volume for this round because some people complained it was too quiet for the previous ones. So just let me know if it's too loud, too quiet, and how it compares to the background noises of the cars. Fingers crossed I've got it on the sweet spot at last, but just let me know. So 41 people registered to this particular race. Quite a few of them are set lap times. There's quite a few worryingly slow LMP1 cars in here, which is, well, we're doing 135s, 136, which is what we're doing. So that's going to be a bit worrying. Slowest on pace LMP1 car, 132, says they're not really that much quicker than what we are. Usually you'd expect around a 10-second gap, but I guess because it's Imola, it's a fairly tight and twisty circuit. They can't really use all of that power that they have. Alright, here we go. Official session is starting. Now the real challenge for this evening is going to be dealing with traffic. It was the same last week with Brazil, although not so much. Brazil was, you have the two long straights at Brazil, so it's the middle sector is tricky, but it's quite wide at the same time. Here at Imola, there's not such a luxury this time round. It's slow, it's twisty, and the track itself isn't really that wide. You've got a lot of one-car corners, which is going to be tricky, especially when I catch up to the GTEs. And we're going to have to keep an eye on our mirrors because I have a suspicion, or I'm suspicious that a lot of the LMP1s are going to be doing really big dive bombs down the inside, especially into the corkscrew or the chicane. So, and the only real overtaking opportunity is probably down the back straight. So we've gone for a slightly medium to low setup in terms of our rear wing and our aerodynamic side of things, and hopefully I've been able to balance that out with suspension changes, ballast, and all the rest of it, so we get that good turn in that we need. But only time will tell, I guess. We did set up our fuel as well. We're taking about 23 litres or gallons, not gallons, kilograms I mean, to finish the race. That should get us round to the final lap. Just hope we get a strong LMP2 field, I guess. once it loads. And obviously, in order to get some good points, we need to be quite a high numbered car. No, we're not. We're the number 15 car. So that is not really good news in the grand scheme of things. If it goes well, I'm guessing we'll get around 80 points if we're lucky. So yeah, that's not gone in our favour. Gonna take 7.5 kilograms of fuel, and we have 3, 6, 8 LMP2 cars, so it's a nice field. Oh, Nicky Thim is in here. Okay, well, he's the number 4 car, 8. So we need to come 5th or higher in order to beat our iRacing side of things. Alright, here's the qualifying run then.
Not much longer till we pit. Any opportunity you give us an update on that car, we'd appreciate it.
Okay, so 5th or higher. Now it's very easy to get off tracks here as well, which is going to be an extra challenge in itself. I'm predicting quite a high incident rate here at the end of this evening. Right, first green, coming right up. Nice, good exit. Here we go. That was a bit of a slow corner. Wheel is starting to slide off the desk there for some reason. Always happens at the most important moment, of course.
Pit this time.
Low 35, I reckon. Yes, it is 135.2. I don't think that's quick enough. Come on, it's quicker. It's quicker. And across the line. 134.9.
Check a flag in the hand out here.
Going to practice that pit entry again just before qualifying finishes. And we're currently second place. Now that is quite a good result so far, considering we're meant to be the 5th fastest in terms of our iRacing. So hopefully we can translate that into a race position, race finishing position that is. Okay, drop down to 3rd. Okay, still a bit too quick. Needed to slow it down just that split of a second sooner, and then we'll be able to get that spot on. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that result. Just a few minutes, or 1 minute left in fact. Could really do with another podium finish if that's possible here today. Just going to calculate the fuel just one more time. I'm going to say we're doing 135s, so 95.5. 37.6. Oh, that's a bit cheeky. Required fuel 22.68. Fuel level goes from 22 to 26 kilograms. So we're going to have to choose which one we're going to take. It could cost us a few seconds, but we might not finish the damn race is the only problem, especially if the LMP1s go for an extra lap. So I think I'll go with 26 come the race. Okay, here we go.
1 to go. Left side on the restart. Pit road is closed.
$24. There we go. That'll do me. Yeah, we're good. Strategy is complete. Just moving my steering wheel so it's more center aligned, because I was kind of driving at an angle, to be honest. Okay, we are 3rd place. We're going to have the inside line for turn 1. It's going to be a short warm-up lap by the looks of things. We've got Job van Altert in front and Christian Jensen behind. I don't know what's happened to Nicky Thin, but essentially, if we move forward, we're good. If we move back, we're not good. And turn off my Steam. Don't want anyone messaging me. Okay, here we go, guys. Bit of a slow start.
Behind the 34.
Nice paint scheme. America.
As you're running around out there, just take notice of where the shade is on the racetrack. Pace cars off, be ready. Green flag. It was a great day. This was fun.
That was a really horrible starting position for us there. Got 2 down the inside.
On your right.
I'm a sitting duck. Got no slipstream.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear. Clear.
Come on, buddy. We got really compromised there.
On your left.
Got another one trying to go down the inside into that corner. That is dangerous. And that's going to compromise our exit into here.
Right side.
That's Nicky Thim, so of course I know he's quite aggressive as it is.
Clear.
But that was almost suicide. Okay, need to concentrate now. We got compromised at the start. We couldn't do anything. But now it's up to us to get it all back. If we can, I want to move forward if possible. We still have the slipstream of the car in ahead. So oh, it's on. we need to get past now. Nicky Thim still keeping in the game, 0.9 seconds. Looks like he's struggling a bit though, so that's good. So it's just forwards from here. Just got to stay concentrated, not make any mistakes. Nicky's chatting shit, he would take you out when he gets close to you. Oh, that's nice of him. I didn't expect anything less, to be honest. I swear he's on something 90% of the time. Okay, GT's coming up.
Left side. Clear.
I have no idea if they do tests.
up, one off course, one off course.
Got an LMP1 car. He's not blue flagged, but he's on the same lap as us. So that's going to cause some issues. Hopefully he'll overtake us on the main straight. He's over energetic a lot. Thought he was just dismissed when I assume they tested those guys.
1 minute 36.362.
Yeah, he's going to slow us down, definitely.
Right side. Clear.
Ah, bugger. This is a bad situation.
Right side.
Excuse moi, coming through. No, stay on the right.
Right side. Still there. Quarter. You're clear.
Whew, that was close. Nearly lost him.
1 minute 39.088.
Ooh, twitchy moment there from Christian.
Right side.
Oh, shit, that was bad. Sorry.
Minute 36.95.
Is this your favourite car to race? It is this season. Ever since the LMP1s came out, they seem to have made quite a few changes to the car, and I quite like it. Yeah. I do a lot of GT racing as well, especially when it comes to the endurance events, but this car here has kind of captured my driving style, and I'm in a good position this season for Division 3 at least. And I reckon we can make it work. Yeah, that LMP1 is ridiculous.
Right side. Clear.
Are there more P2s coming? Not that I know of from iRacing. I mean, rFactor 2 has a lot of mods that have more LMP2s. But as far as I'm aware, I mean, this thing's really old as it is.
On your right, clear.
So, whether or not they're looking to expand it, I would assume so, considering they're going towards GTEs, LMP1s. The only category that needs updating now is the P2s. Which would be really nice to have, like a Ligier or, you know, something.
One on the right side. Clear him.
Do something else to drive, maybe.
Right side. You're clear.
Yeah, the HPD is the only model for the LMP2 category, and it's been out for ages. It used to be really twitchy. But yeah, whatever they've done to it, the upgrades, it's a bit quicker now. The tyres feel incredibly good. And yeah, I don't really know how else to explain. Just try it for yourself. You won't be disappointed. And also, I don't have to worry about the hybrid side of things. I don't have to worry about all the technicalities, and it's a nice car to set up as well and to work on, because the results are quite obvious. Like, so everything has an end result in terms of what you change. So you can really hone in the car for a certain circuit if you put in a few hours. Now Imola, I mean, fucking Imola. Imola's Imola. It's a death trap. If someone said to me, oh, do you fancy doing LMP1s, LMP2s and GTEs at Imola, I'd say no. It's going to be balls of flames and death at every single corner. But here we are. Right, that's our 4th off track so far. The only thing about the LMP2 category, it's the least driven out of all of the classes. So that's the only downside to it. Now here's an issue. Christian's going to clear those GTEs, but we're not. Oh no, he's only passed one.
Right
Oh,
side.
fucking.
Clear, clear. Right side. Clear.
That was a 0, by the way.
On your right. Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
Oh. Yeah, we got hurt by that bit of traffic. I thought that GTE was going to get out of the way, but he didn't. He kind of moved over to the... He kind of twitched to the left. But, yeah, he thought better of it by the looks of things. Fucking LMP1s now.
Left side. Clear.
Yeah, Greg. You have to time it pretty much for the weekends and the weekend evenings. Saturday evening, Sunday evening, and Monday evening are the best times to race. Otherwise, you'll be struggling to fill the LMP2 field enough to get points, which is what I had at Interlagos, and even then it's kind of a hit and miss, really, which is a shame.
Right side. Clear, clear. Right side. Clear. Left side. Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
I'm having to be rather aggressive with these GTEs at the moment in order to stay with Christian.
Right side.
Usually I'm not this...
Right side.
1.9 seconds to Christian now, so
1 minute 37.605.
thank you LMP1s, saved my bacon there.
Left side. Clear.
Bad exit of the chicane there. It's so hard to get the curbing right on that corner. If you screw it up, if you miss the apex of that thing, then you lose so much time on the exit. Okay, we need to start thinking about fuel, I guess. 11 laps remaining of fuel. It's good for now. We've got the slipstream back from Christian, good news. And we've got a fair bit of open air.
Left side. Clear. Good job. Right side. Clear.
Gonna play the long game. So why do I hear Nikki not speaking on your side? I don't understand you. I don't follow that one. Does it take 5 for official? I believe so. I believe it's 5. I mean, what iRacing should do is allow you to view how many of each class are signed up to the race. A bit like what they do with the larger team events. So that way you know how many guys you're going to be racing. And you can wait to decide whether or not you wait for the next one or not. That's a bit too much common sense, I guess. I see Nicky speaking on his stream, but I don't hear him on your stream. Is he shouting that much? Oh, I've got my chat disabled. That's why. I don't get involved in the political side. You can choose to have your chat disabled on iRacing.
Right side. Clear.
I just see it as a distraction. You know, people talk shit just to put you off. And to be honest, you know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't need to hear Nicky Thim's ultra fucking aggressive voice screaming at GTE traffic. Just get on with the race. Everyone's in the same boat. You know, yeah, sure, everyone gets annoyed when it comes to traffic, whether it be LMP1, LMP2 or GTE, because you want to race, and it's always the car in front or the slower class in front it's their fault that you lost the slipstream or whatever. But you know, I get angry sometimes. It's just the way it is. You know, emotions run high, you want to win. It shows that you care about the end result. But doing it over comms and interrupting everyone else's race, then yeah, I don't see the point. I mean, I remember him saying on one of his earlier streams in the year that he hated the LMP2 class. He was in GTE and he was screaming at all the LMP2 cars as they went past, like, I fucking hate those things. You know, something must have persuaded him to join. Maybe he got fed up of being overtaken by them or something, or maybe his sole mission is to destroy all LMP2s.
Left side. Clear.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but I just, I'd rather watch, well, I'd rather just race myself. I've got nothing against the bloke, but It's actually the first time I've actually raced him.
1 minute
Oh dear,
38.097.
that's not good news. So it's probably a good thing that I can't hear, right?
Left side. Clear. Right side. Clear.
Oh, that's good then. At least he can continue the race. Okay, so we're currently P6 in class. We've come in for an early pit stop, obviously. So, hopefully this is going to pay off. I hope. That's close. What, to finish? He's only added 7 kilograms. Oh, yeah, does that mean what he has remaining now? Yeah, I mean, there's no point. What the fuck was that? Braking.
Guys, razor blade cut that so it's not slapping up.
Well, there goes our race. Braked super early for that corner. Wasn't expecting to go down the inside whatsoever. Tried to flick it and just caught the rear, was it left fender? What the fuck? Now that's when you get frustrated with GTE traffic, because they just stick to your racing line, just act normal, because then you're predictable. If you're predictable, I can easily overtake you without any issues whatsoever. If you start acting weird and you start braking super early for a corner that's meant to be flat out for me, then that's exactly what happens. That just completely ruined it for us. Require repairs, 8 minutes. Yeah, that's game over. I mean, let's have a look at that again. So Ferrari's going on the left-hand side. He's braking way too early. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Where is it? That's where he's braking, right there. That is insane. He's even braking before that, actually. If I just slow motion this. He's braking at the 100 meter board for a corner that is flat out. And I know for a fact that those GTEs aren't that quick. Or that slow, rather. They're not that slow. You should be braking at the 50 meter barrier. And then obviously as soon as his brakes go on, mine go on. I need to change direction. And he's just in the way. No time to stop whatsoever. I think that's a fairly reasonable analysis of the situation. What do you guys think of that one? I mean, let's have a look at let's give him some doubt. Let's do his previous lap braking point compared to the one what we just had. So he's braked at the 100-meter board for that particular corner that time round. He's currently positioned, well, he would have dropped down already, so we can't see his relevant position to what he was. Oh, that's the same lap. My mistake. So lap 17 we want. Yeah, he's braking at the 50-meter board now. So this is where he previously braked, right here. Where is it? At the 100-meter board. And this is where he's braking at race speed, just before the 50-meter board. That's basically 40 meters earlier than what I am expecting them to do that, and that's what happens. That is exactly what happens. So, yeah. He caused his own demise and my demise as well. Thank you very much. I mean, that's pretty much game over. Required repairs, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So, yeah, our entire tactic has gone down the toilet. So that means we're going to have to race the next one, which is in an hour's time. You just need to stay predictable as a GTE driver. You just need to let the LMP2 do its own thing. There's common sense involved. Don't just jump out the way because you're going to ruin your own race and you're going to cause a danger because we can't predict what you're going to do. So the best thing for any GTE driver to do is to stay on their normal racing line. That is it. That's as easy as it is. Just go the normal speed, what you're used to, and we will do the rest. I mean, sure, you get idiotic LMP1s, you get idiotic LMP2s, but for crying out loud, braking almost 50 metres before you're meant to, when an LMP2 car is right up your chuff, it's going to end in tears, isn't it? That's just what happens. I can't stop as quickly as him. I'm going almost probably 1.3 times faster than what he is. I mean, we'll continue the race, but that's just completely ruined it for us, really. I mean, how much time was left? 20 minutes. So it's not even the halfway mark, really. May as well just have a look at the front of the race. See what's going on. Oh, leader LMP2 is coming in. And you've got 2 LMP2s fighting for position there for second place. So we could have been in that. It's looking to be a really strong finish. I'll get rid of the result boards, probably doing it double for you guys on the stream. Yeah, that's better. I wonder if that guy's left. No, he hasn't. This is a fight for second place in class. Oh, it looks down the inside. Too far back though. Where is Nicky though? Oh, Nicky's going down the order as well. So something happened to Nicky. Nowhere near as bad as what happened to us though. We got completely destroyed. I'm even out of the car. Look, there's an empty cockpit there. So first place. So he's got about half a lap lead. First place car, LMP2 has. This race is all about the start, isn't it, Imola? Because it's so hard to overtake. Oh, seizure from the car behind. That's bad news. It's a bit of a breathing space for him. That's his Christian, isn't it? Yep. I mean, we're 7 laps down. Nicky's 4 laps down. 22nd of required repairs left. Well, since we've been here for so long, we may as well have the rest of it. The optional repairs as well. Nicky Thim's disconnected. He's called it quits. So that means we can still take the position away if we keep driving and make up those laps. We got taken out by a GTE car. Where is it? We'll show you it while our car gets repaired. Where was it? It was this lap. And coming up behind this Ford racing car, or Ferrari rather, he decided it would be a good idea to brake about 50 metres before he's meant to, and I had nowhere to go. It looks a bit weird from that angle, but yeah, well, I think we can race now. Yes, we can. Oh no, optional repairs. But essentially, he was too generous in conceding his position, way too generous, and as a result, we ended up going up his bum because we had nowhere to go. So, kind of a bit of a rubbish one. I looked at his previous lap, and he definitely braked early, braked way too early, just to try and get me past. I mean, you know, thank you, but no thank you, because it's just too unpredictable. But Christian was fighting for second place, or he is in second place now, so we could have been up there once our tactic came back into play, and obviously we would have caught back up when they went into the pits because we did pit early. But yeah, that hasn't worked in our favour, sadly. And all it takes is one mistake from someone, and we get caught up in the mess. But Nicky has left the race, and we are in 8th place. We're bottom last in class. But I know some of the guys have actually left the race, so I'm going to try and just a bit of damage control, get a few points under my belt while I can, just by going around lap by lap and get on the same as theirs, and fingers crossed we'll finish maybe 6th, maybe. We're about 7 laps down off the lead, so Nicky was 4 or 5 last time I looked. But we will do the next race as well. We need some points for this evening. Fingers crossed there'll be a higher split for next one, with some more experienced drivers. That's what I'm hoping for. Ah, shit.
Left side.
Ah, well, it was...
Still there. Clear.
Yeah, he's racing again, so that goes that idea. What are the main difference between P1, P2? Lower downforce, yeah, a lot less power. You don't have the hybrid system as well. These are fully, well, typical combustion engines. I think they're V6. The weight is a lot higher, or compared to LMP1 anyway. So essentially, more aerodynamics, more power, less weight. Compared to compared to an LMP2 car. That's the LMP1s, of course. Oops. Now we have got some damage. It's definitely elite. If you're not acquainted with multi-class racing, I would certainly recommend doing plenty of practice before you jump into a race, because it is a whole different ball game. Okay then, that was interesting.
On your left. Clear.
Yeah, the hybrid system is just a pain.
1 minute 37.846.
He must be coming up to disqualification numbers by now, surely.
Left side. Clear. Right side.
Oh wow, I've got a Tesco reward just through my email account. Fucking bet start the race now just to see what that is. Is it half price on Aunt Bessie's bloody Yorkshire puddings or something?
Left side.
Again, hesitation. Don't hesitate.
Clear. Minute 38.593.
Okay, we're now 7th place, so we've made up one position.
Left side. Clear.
Ouch. I'm on 10, so I'm not much better, to be honest.
Right side. Clear. Minute 37.172. On your right. All clear, my man.
Yeah, I think he will. Trump, saviour of the world. When all that happened was they talked to each other.
Left side. Clear, clear.
Yeah, it is ironic, yeah. Thing is, they'll sell it like, they'll be like, oh yeah, he's been for peace from the beginning. Just like, quick, hide all the tweets where he said bomb the shit out of them and everything. Oh, Nicky Thiem on the same lap. We're going to take 6th place.
1 minute 37.803.
Now that feels good. Even then, reality TV stars nowadays, it's like the only way is Essex. Wouldn't call them celebrities. Or TV stars, for that matter.
Left side. Clear.
Right, so we've got P6. We're not going to get anything higher than that unless someone else has an accident. Should get one of the crews to siphon out the fuel out of the tank, get a garden hose and put it in, get a bucket. What's my log? I take it that means location. Don't know what you mean by lock.
1 minute 37.102.
Oh yeah, I'm in the UK. Good old England. Like a scone, old chum. White flag.
1 minute 36.364.
Nearly span out. Caught it though, just in time. Oh, Baku was a mess. The only highlight of it all was that Alonso got in the points. What a mess that track is.
Moving. Slow on the right.
Well, there we go, 6th place.
Checker flag.
After getting taken out by some GTE traffic that decided
Come on, guys, we gotta do a little bit better
to be a
than
bit too gracious. He may have thought he was helping me, but in fact He just put us both in danger, and yeah, that's what happens. Tactic was sound, was fighting for, what, 3rd place? Which could have turned into 2nd. We're going to stop here, nice and out of the way of the traffic. Got a 20-second gap to all the cars behind, so yeah, 6th place overall, way down the order. There was that crash that we had with that GTE. So those of you that missed it, braked way too early. I had nowhere to go. Let's watch that at full speed because it doesn't do it justice, to be honest. That's really nasty. That's how quick it was. Never mind. On to the next one, which is in... oh, what the hell's that? Can we have our main screen back, please? There we go. That's better. Refresh the results. What's the date today? The 30th. We're going to be... oh, it's not up yet, which is a bit weird. Points haven't been updated as of yet. But we are going to have to go for another race. That's for sure. What time did we go? It was the next one after this. Need the 1800 race. See if I can go to my results. Might be there instead. Here we go. Yes, yes. Is that Monza? Yeah. So, this one. 36 points. You have to be shitting me. Nope, 36 points. That's because there were so many, too many rookies. We was the number 15 car. So it was just one split, unfortunately. We need to get a higher split the next round. So we are going to lose our 2nd place spot on Division 3 with that. So 5, 3, 6 plus, what did we say? 36 points, wasn't it? Yeah. 572. We're going to retain our position by 2 points. That's it. 2 points. So we did have a very comfortable gap of around 100 points going into this round compared to the rest, but yeah, that's gone horribly wrong, essentially. Next session is at 8, so we've got just around half an hour. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to have a 10-minute break. The sign up should reopen at about 22:30. Stick around in the stream if you want to see another race. Fingers crossed we'll be able to survive the next one, but I'll be back in around 15 minutes or so after having a break. I'll see you soon.